What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Educated Barfly. Today we are going to make an Alaska cocktail. The Alaska cocktail was first published in Harry Craddock's 1930 Savoy Cocktail book, and it is widely thought of as a cocktail that existed before Craddock, but Craddock obviously made it into his regular repertoire and published it in his book. There's a bunch of speculation about where this cocktail came from, but I'm not going to get into it just so we can do a more concise episode. And then I have done a deeper dive and posted a little bit about it in the show notes, so take a look down there if you want to get into it. So the first thing we're going to do, the first thing the recipe calls for is 2 dashes of orange bitters. We're doing it out of bitters bottles, so we're just going to do 2 dashes, but I want to do a mix between Regan's and Fee's because I like that mix. That was kind of a big dash, but I mean, it came from the dash, so. Then we're going to do, we'll do this one first. We're going to do 3/4 ounce of yellow chartreuse. So this is the lower proof cousin to the green chartreuse, and it is also the more floral as opposed to the pineier variation. But what's kind of great about this, I don't know if you watched our chartreuse episode, which by the way you should, because I brought in the Philip Rocher, who is the import director, and also Ria Soler, who at the time was the spirits specialist, I think was her title, about chartreuse, and they gave a wonderful talk on chartreuse. But what's great about chartreuse is that it's the same exact maceration, except for the green is macerated 6 times and this is macerated 3, which I find pretty interesting. Plymouth. We are using Plymouth today. We are doing 2 1/4. So 2. And then the way that we're going to do our quarter is just a little dab on top. The top of this is actually 3/8 of a 3/8 measure, but it's pretty easy to eye out a quarter in that one and be pretty accurate. And then we're going to do a little ice cracking. And we're going to stir. And that's all there is to it. If you want to know about stirring technique, you should take a look at our Mechanics of Stirring episode. Here we go. If you're not fully convinced that you've stirred enough, or you have, you're using hotel ice or something like that, which is the kind of the lower quality ice, you can always take a straw and straw taste your cocktail to check dilution, and your palate is never going to lie. But when we are using higher quality ice, such as this, we have to stir a little bit longer to get that dilution. There we go. I think that about does it. We're just going to center our glass, pour in our cocktail. Very nice wash line. And then I'm pull a nice little lemon peel. And we're just going to spritz that on top. There you have it, the Alaska. All right, let's taste it and see how it goes. I'm not as exasperated as I just sounded. I just needed to let out a breath, so don't read too much into it. Very bright. The chartreuse is going to be the first flavor that you get, and it pairs really well with the botanicals in the gin. It's nice to have this citrus on the nose because we've used orange bitters, and you can taste that sort of orange coupled with the chartreuse, but it's nice to have that very bright, kind of sharp lemon flavor. You know, it's very important to keep, I'm not saying that you have to keep the peel on here for the life of your drink, but it's nice to have that for the nose because quite honestly, flavor is about 85% smell. If you've ever talked to someone who lost their sense of smell, their taste is severely handicapped. So taking that into consideration, anything that you smell while you're drinking is going to inform the flavor of the cocktail. So I'm not saying you can't discard the peel, but I like to leave it up there for the first few sips anyway. I mean, you do have the oil on the top. That being said, in your first few sips, you're really going to sip that oil off. But so it's nice to have this kind of for the life of the drink. You don't have to. Some people discard it. I just think that you should at least leave it on for the first couple sips so you just get the real, true flavor profile of the cocktail. And that's all I got to say about that. There you have it, the Alaska.